Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you might be and whenever you might be watching this. Today we're going to make some stovetop bread pudding. If you watch my other videos, you know I made a swirl bread in my bread machine. So I'm going to use that. I've got it cut up. I'm going to use some sugar. I'm going to use 3 eggs. I'm going to use 2 cups of milk or thereabouts. Pinch of salt. I have some leftover, well, not leftover, but bottom of the barrel here chocolate, and I'm going to cocoa powder, and I'm going to put that in there. And then Ernie has a habit of leaving just a little bit of cereal in a bag, and this is oh, I forgot the name of this cereal, but it's that cereal, and I'm going to put that in there just to get rid of it. So let me get everything in my bowl here, and we'll take it from there. Okay, I've got my eggs in here. I've got 3 eggs, and I'm going to add, that is 1/3 cup of sugar. So I'm adding 1/3 cup of sugar. I have no idea how much cocoa powder that is, but it's about that much. A second, let me get it all out here. And the only reason I'm adding the sugar is because, now if you remember, my swirl bread here is on the sweet side. But the only reason I'm adding that sugar is because I've got to make up for that cocoa powder, and I've got to make up for the milk. So now we're going to add a pinch of salt. And I'm going to wait to add the cereal till later. And I made my milk again, because milk's not something I always keep on hand. But there is 4 cups of milk, and I'm going to add about half of it, and that's about half of it. So now we're going to get this real good mixed up. Okay, I think I've got that mixed up good enough. So now I'm going to add that leftover cereal. And like I said, the only reason I'm adding this is because I only got that much. And then I'm going to add my bread here. Well, now how much bread do I have? I don't know. I got that much bread. So let's get that in there. Let's get that down in there. Oh, that's good. That is good. So now I'm going to let this soak so that bread gets real good and soggy, soaky, wet. And we'll be back. Okay, y'all, this has been soaking for about an hour. And as you can see, it's pretty soggy. So, what I've got here is a nice, oops, let me get this turned around, nice thick bottom pan. And I have it sprayed with some nonstick spray like Pam. I don't use Pam brand, but I've got it sprayed with the nonstick spray. And I'm going to add 1 stick of butter, and I'm going to melt that in the pan. Okay, y'all, I have the butter melted. Now, I want y'all to think about something here, which has got me to thinking since my oven broke. All I'm doing, really, is making another form of French toast. Isn't this how you make French toast? You soak your bread in milk and eggs. Well, that's all I'm doing here is making another form of French toast. Only I'm making it in cake form. Now, you might say, yeah, but you're doing it on top of the stove instead of in the oven. Well, yeah, what's the difference? The ingredients are exactly the same. In the oven, you have dry surround heat. Well, up here, I have a little bit of a wetter heat. So y'all, think outside the box. When you see a recipe, or you see something, or you think of something you want to cook, think about it. You're probably already cooking it, you just didn't know it. So now here is my bread, egg, and milk mixture. Exactly the same as French toast, y'all. I'm just making it in one lump. I'm going to spread that out. Now, if you didn't have a thick bottom pan, you could probably use a diffuser. I don't have a diffuser. I'd show you what one looks like. But they make diffusers that you can put, you know, under your pot, and it keeps the heat more even. But basically, I'm making bread pudding, but it's the same as an omelet. I mean, face it. But here's how I'm making it. Y'all, since my oven has broke, I've had to think outside the box. I'm calling this bread pudding because essentially it's bread pudding, but I'm making it on top of the stove. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on a lid, and I've got the gas down real low, and it's going to go low and slow to mimic the oven. Okay, I've come to check on my bread pudding here, and it's doing fine, but I noticed that this pot is holding a little too much moisture, so I'm just venting it a little bit there. And I'm making sure that my heat is real low. So we'll be back when I check it next. Okay, y'all, I got a little busy doing some things. Now I'm going to check my bread. That's looking good. Now what I'm going to let it do is I'm going to take the lid off, and I'm going to let it, I'd say it's been cooking for about 30 minutes. I'm taking the lid off, and I'm going to let it dry out a little bit. Okay, y'all, it's cooked about 30 minutes with the lid on. And remember, I tilted the lid a little bit to let some of the steam escape. And it's been cooking now about 10 minutes with the lid off. So I've turned off the gas, and now I'm going to cut a piece. So let me put the camera down here. Okay, I've got it cut in pie wedges. I figured since it's round, that's the best way to cut it. So let me try to get a piece out, and we both shall see for the first time. Well, that came out really good. Just a second, let me put it on the plate. Okay, I got Ernie's there on the plate, and I'm going to show you what mine looks like on the bottom. So there's mine on the bottom. So it came out just fine. Let's get that other little piece out. So there's mine on the bottom. See, it's a little dark there, but it's fine. And here's Ernie's. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to dress them up a little bit. Okay, here we go, y'all. There's Ernie's, and I gave him a half a banana. And here's mine, and I'm having half a banana. So it's nice and warm. So Ernie, go ahead and get you a piece and see what you think. Speak loud. So y'all, next time you want to make something and you think you can't make it, y'all, think outside the box. This is bread pudding made on top of the stove.
Hey.
So what do you think, Ernie?
Good.
What?
Good.
Good? So let me have a... Here, give me your fork, Ernie. Let me have a taste. Oh, y'all. Yes, that is good. And those cold bananas on top of there will do, work it wonders. Ernie likes it, don't you, Ernie? So there, y'all. This is my bread pudding made on top of the stove. And it sure is good. Give it a try. And thanks for watching.